Greetings depend on your time. May the Almighty God and the entire universe bless us all, now and forevermore. Our previous topic was on negative spiritual engagement. Spiritual engagement. And the two spiritual engagement we are discussing on. The first one, negative spiritual engagement. And this second one now we have to treat is positive spiritual engagement. We discuss on negative spiritual engagement, the engagement you engage yourself spiritually that will have negative effect on your life. We give example like cults, any negative cults or any negative group you belong. Spiritually, it will have negative effect in your life spiritually, and it will manifest physically, because we all know that spiritual control physical. So check our previous video on negative spiritual engagement. So for this video now, we are talking on positive spiritual engagement. Positive spiritual engagement are the engagement or activities you engage yourself spiritually that will have a good or benefit for you physically. Positive spiritual engagement. Take for example, you made a covenant or a vow that you can never lay your hand on a woman or beat a woman. You have engaged yourself in something positive. You have made a vow, good vow. This type of vow have something to do with your life spiritually. That this type of person can never lay her hand or his hand on a woman or fight. Wrong fight. It's a good vow. It's a positive vow. You have engaged yourself positively in a good vow. Or you made a promise that poor people around you will be benefiting from you every month. You'll be giving them something to eat every month. And when you make such promise, you are also fulfilling it. You have engaged yourself spiritually to be helping poor people around you, giving them something good to eat, at least monthly or once in a while. It's an engagement, and positively, it's a good engagement. What are we trying to say? Sorry. Another engagement you have to look into is this: a covenant. There are some covenants that are good positively. Positive covenant. Maybe there is an altar or negative altar in your father's house. We have discussed so much on these negative altars. How you can replace negative altars that is not good. Maybe your ancestors or your forefathers or your father make an altar, and that altar has negative effect in your family or in your marriage. You can decide to replace that altar with good altar by making a covenant positively. If the altar that they made, maybe from your ancestors or your father, is altar where they sacrifice human being or goats or cow yearly to appease some gods, and you find out that this ritual does not suit your faith,